You know, some friendships are just meant to be, and our next guests are the perfect example. They went from college buddies to careers as vets. And when we say careers at vets, we mean they own and operate 2 clinics where they treat more than 30,000 critters a year. And yes, we get to be all up in their business thanks to their hit show.
All right, bro, how's the stitch, yeah? Get this baby to the incubator. Keep our fingers crossed. We just finished surgery on Godzilla. Had we not done surgery, he wouldn't have made it. There's no doubt about it, you know. Father still...
I would go from 15 to 20.
Yeah, it's about 20%, 25% chance of making it. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, but we definitely have a better percentage chance of making it now than we did, about an hour and a half ago.
And they make it look so easy. On Critter Fixers Country Vets, viewers get to see these talented humans take care of all sorts of animals. Please welcome those extraordinary and hardworking doctors, Bernard Hodges and Terrence Ferguson.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. I feel a little smarter having you two here.
Definitely.
I felt, well, because I met you via Zoom.
Right.
And I always tell people whenever they bring you up, I was like, oh, we go way back. But you two go way, 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 way back.
Way back.
For those who don't know, how way back are we talking?
We're talking 30 years. We met in 30 years. We met in college 30 years ago. I was smart enough to sit by the smart guy in college.
Oh.
And so, you know, we became fast friends. We never knowing that we'd go into business together.
Wait a minute, 30 years. So are you sure it's college or kindergarten? Because if you're saying 30 years.
Oh, no, college, for sure.
College.
And we always say the funny thing is that we met under a bridge. We literally met, we were in a limnology class, which is the study of water, and we were out in the field doing work, and we were literally on the bridge. So when people hear that, they be like, hold on, what do you mean?
What do you mean under a bridge?
Yeah. But we definitely met in a class, and we've been friends ever since. And I think that's the beauty of our relationship. We were friends before we knew anything about being, business partners.
Seriously, and then look at you guys now. You have your businesses together. Yes. So was this always part of the plan? Because it's one thing, like some doctors are like, I know I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Was having your own clinics, I have to put the S there, clinics part of the plan always, or did something?
We were just great friends. We both loved animals, and we went on to veterinary school. But when we got out, we were in rural Georgia, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities and places for us to get jobs. So. You know, I mean, if you think of rural Georgia, and probably there weren't any African-American veterinarians within probably a 100-mile radius, so we just started our own job, and, we started Critter Fixers.
Gosh, thank God you did, because then we wouldn't be getting to enjoy your, everyday activities with these interesting animals. Right. Which, by the way, you say you can treat, if I brought a grasshopper in, you could treat a grasshopper. We
definitely can. I actually had somebody bring in a tarantula, and we treated that, and that tarantula is doing well. So you bring it in, we can fix it. Okay, so but then there's something you guys said to me about one animal you will not treat.
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
I don't get it. Why?
Too much like humans. The one animal that somebody tried to bring in was I got a call for a lemur. They wanted me to put in some birth control. Now that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. Lemur needing birth control, but. I was like, no, that's the only thing I don't, primates, I don't choose to treat them.
Really? So if something happened to me right now, you're going to be like, yeah, call a doctor because she's too much like, she's a human being. You can still treat a human because it's all the same organs, right?
911.
Oh my God, you're going to call 911 for me?
Yes. No. We'll get you here.
Okay, all right. I'm kidding. So here we are. See, I'm not surprised that the show is so successful because we can tell the chemistry, the passion you have for what you do is just undeniable. Yeah. So season 4 of Critter Fixers, we keep following you guys along, but then you still make time to do other things to help the community out. And by the way, we're going to start by something you guys didn't do together, which I think you should do a book together. But you have a book, a children's book.
Yeah, so I wrote a book called C is for Critter Fixing. Basically what it is it's loosely written on my life. I wanted to be a veterinarian since I was probably 8 years old, but I never saw that example that looked like me. And it wasn't until I was an undergrad and I was a junior that I saw the first black veterinarian. And there became a time where I was discouraged. When we talk about representation matters, it's definitely true. So I wrote a book that's about a kid who grows up and just to, so kids will know it doesn't matter what you look like. If you have dreams, you can achieve them. And that's basically what the book is about.
Wow, and you're making dreams come true and you're inspiring so many people because, first of all, there are 2 initiatives that I know you guys have. You have the Street Dog Initiative and you also have a Vet for a Day. So let's start with the Street Dog. Dr. Hodges?
Yeah. So Street Dog. So one of the things we wanted to do was, help people who, we talk about pet care. Pet care is not cheapest in the world, and there are a lot of homeless people, unfortunately, or people who, underrepresented, who don't get veterinary care. So what we're doing is we're providing absolutely free veterinary care once a month to people around Georgia, and what we're doing is going to different spots. We're doing exams, we're giving them heartworm medicine, we're doing heartworm tests, we're testing. So, it's just, that community has been amazing to us. We just want to give back and do some things there.
And in addition to that, I already know I'm not invited to this because I'm way over the age range for Vet for a Day program.
Right. So our Vet for a Day program, Dr. Hodges and I, even before this show, we've always had the initiative of just helping youth. We know that this field of veterinary medicine is a field that's not very diverse. There are less than 2% of veterinarians that are black. And we get a lot of kids that come in that, want to know how to become a veterinarian. And Dr. Hodges called me one day and was like, you know what? Why don't we just get all these kids together at one time and show them what we do and how to become veterinarians? So we put this program together, which basically broken down into two areas, half a day for each. The first part of the day is basically, I call theory. We go into the university or whoever we're partnering with, and we teach the kids what classes they need, how to apply to veterinary school, what things are important. So it's more theory, and he always said that's my part of the day because I'm the most stoic one, So
for you, just so you know, I'm rolling my eyes at two of you because it's not fair that the old people getting, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Next time, do one for the older people, so I can show up in my walker.
But the good part of it is the parents are with them.
Oh,
and they're learning as well, so that they can help their kids on how to become veterinarians. So it's kind of a win-win situation.
Okay.
Then the second half of the day is kind of Hodges' day, and I'll let him tell you about that.
We just have fun. We go in and do surgery. We do all kinds of things. We let the kids get hands-on. So it's a lot of fun. And the good news is we're going to do it across the country. So we went to Vegas, Philly, Houston, St. Louis last
We're
year.
coming along because you cannot not like take us with you. We are coming along. Thank you so much for all the great work that you're doing. I am so inspired. I'm not going to vet school because I'm not that smart. But you can watch these award-winning vets on Critter Fixers, Country Vets, Saturday nights on Nat Geo Wild, and the Pixel Every Morning News at 9 will begin after this break.